It was always my dream to visit all 81 cities of Turkey, and while I truly enjoyed the journey, I've realized that the more time I spend constantly on the move, the more I miss having a place to call home. When I was younger, I believed that to be successful and productive, I had to live in a big city. That's why I spent the past 5 years in Istanbul, a city of over 15 million people. I rented a small studio apartment in Kartal to stay close to the airport, and my yellow Tofaş Limon was always parked right outside. Even though I loved my time there, deep down I always dreamed of living in the woods. And now, here we are.
Today I would like to show you a typical day in my life and give you an idea of why I decided to move to a place that is a little bit remote, without any neighbors or with anybody around. Maybe you can hear the bird sounds, but it's a very peaceful place, and I'm more of an introverted person, so I really enjoy the quietness and the nature around me. It kind of gives me peace, and it's a place where I can de-stress.
One of the first projects I decided to take on was rebuilding my fence. Since it's the first thing I see whenever I come home, I really wanted to replace the old rusty metal one with a nice wooden fence.
I don't know what I'm doing, but one thing is for sure, whenever this fence is going to be done, I'll be so proud of myself. And I already learned so much.
Unfortunately, I lost the SD card with all the footage of the process, but I did manage to capture some videos on my phone. One thing's for sure, I learned a lot. It took me about a week and quite a few tears, but in the end it was totally worth it.
The fence is done. I'm super happy about it. I mean, look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It does look unstable and crazy, but it's super duper strong, and this fence is not going to fall apart, I'm telling you. That's the fence I'm showing to my dad. And that's the reality. Hanging on to dear life.
Now let me show you where I actually spend most of my time.
So this is the main room of the house where I spend most of my time, where I cook, where I eat, where I sleep. I work here. I spend 90% of my time in this room, and there's one very simple reason for it. It's very hard to heat the entire house during the winter, especially because I'm just one person, so it doesn't make sense to heat up the other rooms. 16.4 degrees, and that's like my standard temperature over here. In the bathroom, for example, it's always like 10 degrees, so it's really cold. But I really just get used to it. It's actually pretty unnatural to stay in a constantly heated environment. So, I don't know, when I go to the toilet, I just feel like I'm outside. It's weird, maybe, yeah. But I really enjoy it.
Whenever I look out my window and see the view, I feel a sense of freedom. But of course, even in a place like this, I still need to be productive. Whether it's for work, staying in touch, or let's be real, keeping my 100 tabs open at all times.
With that being said, I would like to introduce you Opera's new internet browser, which is a total game changer.
It has so many new features that other browsers don't have. First, I used to hate closing tabs, afraid of losing important info. But now I can group tabs, keeping my workspace clean and stress-free. Speaking of tabs, with Opera I never have to open any unnecessary tabs or windows to listen to music, thanks to the integrated sidebar.
I can simply control my tunes just by hovering over the play icon. Another great thing is Opera's new dynamic themes,
which let me customize everything: colors, sounds, even animations.
to create a workspace that feels inspiring and truly mine.
Then there is Opera's integrated AI tool Area, which lets me ask questions or generate images.
All in one place thanks to one handy command line. No distractions, no extra tabs. Area can even recognize images you upload, which is super useful when I try to identify birds that visit me in the morning. This browser was built for productivity and now it's my go-to. Click on the link in the description to try it out. And now I will tell you how I get internet in such a remote place. I do not have Wi-Fi in this house. There's no Wi-Fi set up here, but I'm simply using my phone as a hotspot 100% of the time. I have unlimited data on my SIM card. This definitely makes it super easy for me to stay connected, and I just connect it to my laptop. It's super convenient. I have pretty good signal here, and I'm really lucky that even though I'm in such a remote place, I'm still connected to everything that's going on. And I have a few carpets on the wall. I want to show this to you. These are my carpets. This is definitely my favorite one. I got this from my friend in Adana, and I think it's very beautiful. I have a special place for it, so I will probably put it upstairs, but for now it's just hanging here on the wall. Then I just have this pretty standard from the bazaar in Ankara, and this one, got this from a carpet bazaar in Antalya. And if you didn't know, Antalya is one of my favorite places because I walked the Lycian Way a few years ago. That's why Antalya is always a special place to me. And yeah, I think this carpet is pretty beautiful. They told me it's over 100 years old. Not so sure about that, but it's beautiful. I try not to own so many clothes anymore, so this is the only wardrobe in this house. And yeah, as you can see, my infamous shirt. I know you love it so much, but I'll wear it in the next video again. And yeah, that's it basically. Here we are in my very small kitchen. It's still the same room, and I would love to say that all the magic is happening here, but honestly, I'm not the best cook in the world, so I would say all the tragedy is happening here. I'm trying to get better at it, especially since I have to be way more self-sufficient when it comes to cooking and eating, because there's no yemek sepeti here, no getir, nothing like that. No online services at all. So that's why I'm super grateful that I'm connected to electricity and that I have running water. I'm using this water filter from the tap, and I've been drinking this for a year now. I'm still alive. I do believe that it's very good and very clear water. My tap just broke a few days ago, so the only way to open it is like this. Okay, and that's how you close it. Not the best, but it works. Before I do anything every morning, I wake up and I immediately go out and check on Hashmet. You don't know him yet, but
I'll tell you more about him later. Hashmet means majesty. It's still a bit cold, especially during the nights, so I get some wood and heat up the oven.
okay, this should be enough.
Hashmet is always there and likes to watch me from outside. For breakfast, I found some really nice bread buns. I do some scrambled eggs with avocado and of course coffee. It took me a while to get my routine, and I know this isn't the typical Turkish breakfast, but for now it works pretty well for me.
This is definitely the best part of the day, my breakfast. I can't start the day without a good coffee.
I'm now gonna plant a tree to see how it grows with me.
I I have never done this before, but I really hope that this turns out to be a strong, nice looking tree one day.
It's time for a shower, so now I gotta cut some wood for it. So let's check out the bathroom. Yeah, my favorite thing about this bathroom is my shower, because it is still operated by wood. So you gotta burn the wood down here. It heats up the water in this tank, and then with the pressure, the hot water will come out. It is a little bit rusty already and almost falling apart, so it probably won't stay in this bathroom forever, but for now it works pretty well, and it's a great shower.
So now let me actually tell you how I met Hashmet and where he's coming from.
When I moved here, especially during winter, I felt not scared, but you know, sometimes it is completely dark, sometimes there's no electricity, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, I'm here in the middle of nowhere. It would be nice to have a dog companion sometimes. I was just thinking about it, but at the same time, I knew that a dog is a very big responsibility, and because of my work, I travel a lot. Not every dog breed works for that. So I was doing my research, I was preparing myself to actually get a dog that would fit my lifestyle. But then there was an injured, very big dog on the parking lot in front of a supermarket. And he was in a very bad state. He couldn't properly walk. His leg was so infected, you couldn't really tell like what's wrong with it, because it was just so blown up. He needed a place to stay for a night at least, so that we could bring him to the vet the next morning. So I was like, okay, let's take him to my place. I have a huge garden, he can just chill here, and then we will take him to the vet the next morning. The first night I tried to lock him onto my terrace, because you can lock my terrace because I was in the middle of building my fence, so he could literally just walk away. So for his best, I decided to lock the terrace, and the terrace is big. He can just roam around there and sleep there. But he didn't like it at all. I immediately understood that he is a free dog, a street dog. He was probably never owned by anyone, and he isn't used to be in a confined space. So yeah, the first night was really stressful. He tried to escape. He was jumping down the terrace. I have no idea how he did it, but why are you so sweet? Why are you so sweet? Why are you so sweet? And then I just decided, okay, I'm not going to lock my terrace at all anymore. So since then, it's just open all the time, and he is free to just roam around, walk around. Sometimes he goes to the main road, sometimes he walks around in the forest, and one thing I know for sure is that he always comes back. So I think that's the most important thing. We trust each other. Yeah, we took him to the vet. He said it was really bad. Maybe they need to do a surgery on the leg, but they gave a lot of pills and medicine for the first few weeks. On my first week, I had to go and travel, and there is like a dog organization, and they're taking care of him while I'm away. So it's a pretty good solution. I call him Hashmet. I think he's very majestic, and I don't know, he's just like a big, calm sweet boy. He doesn't do anything to anyone. The first day I had huge respect and I didn't get close to him because I didn't know, like, was he aggressive maybe, or how would he react to somebody petting him. And after a while I quickly realized that he has the warmest, sweetest soul that I've ever seen in any dog. And he is fearless. He loves to protect the house during the night. He's when he hears something or sees something, he's barking at it immediately and lets me know that he's here. Some nights are pretty sleepless because of that, but I just love him so much. And yeah, I'm very happy that he's here now. Not quite the dog breed that fits my lifestyle, but I try to stay at home as much as I can. He's probably around 7 years old, so he's a little bit older. Nobody knows his exact age, but he's completely developed. He might be very old or might be just, it's not very certain how old he is, but it just breaks my heart to think about that his entire life, probably nobody really hugged him like a dog or petted him, or nobody was like giving him a lot of attention. He was just out on the streets all the time.
He made huge progress in just a few weeks, and yeah, it's pretty obvious that he turned back into like a pretty happy dog now. He's able to run around and I don't think he's in much pain anymore.
If he wants to stay here, he can stay here forever. When I come here and I step into this place, I feel like I can just recharge, and that's probably the reason why I love being here. It's been almost a year now. Yeah, time's passing so fast. At the same time, I'm still traveling around and my goal is still to visit all 81 cities of Türkiye. Being out here teaches me so much about plants, about trees and animals. And I'm shocked how blindly I was walking through the world before I came here, to be honest.
So that's how I'm ending my day. I'm cooking myself a meal. This time I did rice with some chicken curry. It was pretty okay, but I still have to improve my cooking skills, that's for sure. Anyways, thank you so much everybody for watching and following along. I hope you enjoy your spring and early summer days, and I'll see you in the next video.
Asho!